Hey, it's Nikachu, and today we are going to take a look at awesome Easter eggs that can be found in Magic the Gathering cards. These Easter eggs are going to make you say wow. So we're going to start this off with a story that was put together between multiple cards from Portal the Second Age. So everyone sit down because it is story time with Nikachu. 4 little goblins trapped by the sea. 1 teased a serpent, and then there were 3. 3 little goblins enjoying their brew. 1 bumped an ogre, and then there were 2. 2 little goblins out in the sun. Down came a griffin, and then there was 1. 1 little goblin shook up the ground. When the dust cleared, no one was found. This card was made in 1998, and it looks like the inspiration for all those memes you find online where someone's pounding the ground and everyone's being blasted away. Everyone's familiar with Tarfire, but who is pitching the Tarfire? Well, none other than the Tar pitcher. That's right, this is Auntie Grub pitching the Tar. Auntie Grub had caught a goat, a bleating doe that was still squirmed in her arms, at which at the same time her Warren decided to share with her a sensory greeting of hot tar. What are you cooking, the goat? After Auntie brushed the soot from her eyes, she discovered something wonderful. The fire had turned the goat into something that smelled delicious. What, you never had deep fried goat before? Come on down to Auntie Grub's Kentucky Tar Fried Goat Restaurant. If that goat isn't the greatest goat of all time, your money back. And then we have the Grave Titan, whose organs are entirely dead people. The spleen, the intestine, the liver. I mean, this thing truly has the heart of death. But what is the origin story to the Grave Titan? Well, for that, we gotta take a look at the lore. If we look at the Reanimate from Ultimate Masters, we see the Grave Titan was originally a graveyard. That's right, when you put Grandpa and Grandma in the ground and told them it's time to rest in peace, well, it's not over because the Grave Titans come back, and now Grandpa and Grandma now attacks for 2. Moving on to Avarice Amulet, depicted by Stephen Belladin. Now, Stephen, I don't know what it is with the MTG artists, but they seem to have a fascination with Pac-Man, because if you look closely at the Avarice Amulet, this crack can depict the mouth of Pac-Man. And true to the lore of Pac-Man, the arcade machine, we've got 4 blue ghosts and all the dots that Pac-Man had to eat. But just like the Ghostbusters, Pac-Man ain't afraid of no ghosts. So some artists, like Ron Spencer, likes to hide hidden messages and also words in their art, because in this one, Order of the Ebon Hand, if we look in the bottom right corner of the art, we got someone named Josh. Who is this Josh? Was it a friend, a fan of Ron Spencer?
Nope.
Was it perhaps maybe his last victim? Either way, say hi to Josh in the comment section. Everyone knows Sword of the Meek and how it has infamously comboed with Thopter Foundry. But Sword of the Meek has actually had some cameos in other cards, something like Return to Dust, where it's being destroyed, or also Frozen Grip, split-second instant death.
I'm sorry, son. Sword of the Meek had to go.
Did it hurt the sword, Dad?
She didn't feel a thing. Instant death.
But why, Dad? Why did sword have to go?
Son, it was just destroyed. It wasn't banned.
Have you ever seen the Jace puppet on MTG Arena? Turns out it is canon, because we see here with the cult Guildmage depicting a Rakdos human shaman playing around, literally playing Jace like a puppet. The Guilds of Ravnica had nothing against political satire. Or who knows, maybe this is just a late night show.
Ravnica is one of the greatest planes in the multiverse for me to boop on.
And now we move on to Sol Ring. Perhaps the sole reason everyone either loves or hates Commander. This particular art of Sol Ring, however, is in the higher price range. It's getting to about $1,000, and it happens to be depicted in the Ravenous Intruder's art. You see this little gremlin getting in there, Mission Impossible style, to do a little chompin', take a little snack on that delicious piece of Sol Ring. I've made some fine acquisitions of late, so I'm planning to make commensurate improvements to my security systems. I have a consultant coming tomorrow. This gremlin has an appetite for some incredibly expensive cuisine. These gremlins are like raccoons. You can't keep them out of your yard, your garbage, your garage. And if they make it into your fridge, it's game over. Nahiri the Harbinger, infamously comboing off with Emrakul the Ions Torn. Well, guess what? They decided to depict this grand combo in Through the Breach. We see the giant Emrakul being summoned from the Eons. But who is that in the bottom left? That's right, that's Nahiri. Nahiri the Harbinger. Nahiri, I don't even know you anymore. When we were kids, you were peddling around these swords and batter skulls, but now you're summoning these evil alien Eldrazi from the multiverse. You've changed, Nahiri. You've changed. What happened to the Stoneforge mystic I knew and loved? And next we have the Goblin Archaeologist, and they say curiosity killed the cat, but let me tell you, piles and millions of goblins died for their curiosity. And what do we have this archaeologist curious about right now? What is this pineapple-looking grenade? Well, it is in fact the Pyrite Spell Bomb. That's right, it deals 2 damage to any target. Don't let it blow up. Always easily impressed, Durg was about to be blown away. I think we need to get a bigger stick. This is Morphling. Back in the day, this was the best creature in the game. If you look at the abilities, you can untap it so you can attack and block. You can give it flying so nothing's blocking it. You're not going to be able to kill it with removal spells because it can't be the target of spells or abilities, and it can attack for a lot and it can defend for a lot. Morphling was so powerful that it was nicknamed Superman. Fast forward where they printed Pemin's Aura. They tried to revive the soul of Morphling in an aura spell. But here's the deal. The name Pemin's Aura happens to be an anagram, and if you unscramble the letters, it spells out I am Superman. A huge shout out to the original Morphling. Oh my god, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Morphling. Now, Fatal Push would end up becoming one of the most quintessential staples for removal in competitive Magic. But depicted in the picture, it looks like Wizards of the Coast tried to capture some of the hype around the 300 movie. This is madness! Madness? This is Sparta! Boom! And down the messenger goes, but this is only from our perspective. It wouldn't be until the full art version in Double Masters that we get to see what actually happened to this guy. He's falling face first. I don't think blocking the fall with your hands is a very good strategy. In fact, I don't think you should be breaking your fall with your head at all. And next we have the module series from Kaladesh. These 3 artifacts, when you combine their art, create an infinite picture. The picture from Animation module is continued on Decoction module, and then the image from Decoction module is continued on Fabrication module. But here's the thing, the art from Fabrication module can be continued on Animation module, which is continued on Decoction module to Fabrication, and it all works in flavor, because Animation module, when you put a counter on something, you get a creature token, but when a creature gets in play, Decoction module says you get energy, but if you get energy, Fabrication module says you get a counter, which means you get a creature, which means you get energy, which means you get a counter, which means you get a creature. Oh my god, are you guys getting dizzy? I know my head is spinning. For this Easter egg, we gotta put our detective caps on because we're gonna have to follow the clues. In Shadows over Innistrad, there is a card called Tamio's Journal, and it has a very peculiar flavor text. Entry 434, there's more to Avacyn's madness. And upon closer inspection, there's actually several different versions of Tamio's Journal. Entry 546, entry 653. Entry 711, entry 855, and entry 922. What do all of these mean? It turns out these 6 journal entries correspond perfectly with the 6 clue tokens of the set, and each clue token has a unique flavor text. Their chanting grows louder as the tide rises. For every answer, 3 questions. It took the Magic community some time, but they discovered that Tamio's Journal held the code to unlock an encrypted message amongst the clues. The first number in Tamio's Journal entry corresponds to how many words are in the clue. In this case, 5 is going to correspond to, for every answer, 3 questions. The middle number 4 corresponds to which word in the clue token is part of the secret message. The last number corresponds to its place in the secret message. And if you correspond all the journal entries to all the clues, you get the secret message. Remember this, they came as 3. This actually corresponds to the flavor text from Ugin's Insight. You speak to me of the threat of Ulamog, but do not forget, they came as 3. Ugin to Jace Bellerin. Ugin was trying to warn Jace that Emrakul could be found on Innistrad. And next we have 9 lives, and this adorable looking house cat ends up being the reincarnation of some past kitty titans. I mean, we've got a Johnny, one of the most powerful planeswalkers in the multiverse, and then we also have Kahira, a very annoying companion. Are any of these cats canon to Magic's story? I mean, on the bottom right, we got this cat that looks like the meme with the watermelon for a helmet. And the rest of them might as well be the cast from Lion King. Well, that's my video for today. Comment below with your favorite Easter egg and let me know if there are any other Easter eggs that you know. Smash like for Easter egg videos and don't forget to subscribe to my channel or you're not gonna get any delicious Kentucky tar fried goat.